County governments were to lose at least 30 billion shillings from the 316 billion shillings in shareable revenue for the current financial year, occasioned by the revenue losses caused by the coronavirus pandemic. The National Treasury has estimated a revenue dip of 233 billion shillings from lost business and foregone tax revenue following the new tax measures. That burden was to be shared between the two levels of government.
It has been agreed this morning that there will be no reduction on the 30 billion county equitable share for 2019-2020. County governments will now be able to continue delivering services to the citizens without disruption.
Individual counties were to lose between 400 million shillings and 4.6 billion shillings, Nairobi County losing the most. The burden now is squarely on the national government that was forced to yield to counties' demands as it will take reviewing several laws to make the reduction legal. National Treasury Cabinet Secretary admitting the complexity of doing so.
It's something that you also need to help us. Because in a situation where we are now confronted with an emergency like this, and our revenue has gone by, let's say, 40%, is it technically possible to continue funding, giving the same amount of allocation to the counties, and then the bulk of the challenges are passed to the national government? And the national government includes me and you, and all other institutions. We have to paralyze all other critical and serious services just because you cannot reverse a decision that we made yesterday.
The reality of a financially strained government in meeting its expenditure already starting to show, CS Yatani admitting that funding of counties is now being prioritized based on those that have settled pending bills.
I need to be frank with you. You can clearly see also the flow of exchequer we are falling behind because of the revenue. But we'll make disbursement based on our ability at a time. But we want to encourage and give special preference to the counties that have undertaken the obligation.
Meanwhile, counties have been allocated 5 billion shillings to boost their COVID-19 response, with senators calling for structured expenditure.
We have conducted the Commission on Revenue Allocation, which will come up with a formula for allocation of these funds among the 47 county governments.
Can we do conditional allocations that are ring-fenced because of the capacity of counties? 27 counties don't have a single ICU facility.
I think it's a good idea. Maybe we tell them 5 billion, that means on average, each county will get about 100 million or so. But then they can be directed, number one, that you must have ICU facility, or you must have ICU beds. I think this is additional thought that we were not actually foreseen, but we will capture it as part of our proposal.
Yatani spoke during a virtual session with the Senate Ad Hoc Committee on Coronavirus. Sam Gituko, Citizen TV, Nairobi.